Scorpio, welcome back for your twin flame reading. I'd like to welcome those of you who are new and those of you who are returning. Hello. Okay, now this read is till the 16th. I will be doing another update past that point into what is happening within the twin flame connections. Now, we're very much mentally going backwards over old ground of past tense connections and what's happened within our twin flame journey. So some energies might be residue of your twin flames energy, as well as karmic energies and soulmates. So it's a very kind of reversal frequency that we're purging currently at the moment. It can also be at a very 3D level. You're meditating upon what is currently happening, but it's very much going to transform between now and the 16th. Okay, the crowning energy of what's coming through can be an aspect of a betrayal. So it might be what's really happening right now or previously was a third party situation, or the energy spread. It could have been family related dynamics, children, etc. that caused conflict in the connection. This could be so currently, and you're really trying to see the bigger picture of how this is going to come through. For you emotionally, you might feel very separate to a direct family connection, very separate to your twin flame. And at another level, it might be the separation that you're currently going through in your twin flame journey. You're very much romanticizing the past when it was simpler. You know, it could have been prior to everything evolving, prior to all the lessons. Yes, you can see the blessings in the lessons, but it can be a very exhausting frequency when you are evolving. You happen to be very brave, even with or without communication. You know, be it that you're choosing to move forward with your twin or without. We're always twins and we're evolving. But you know, whatever's going on in your own life separately, you're coming to a place where you're having to be brave, and it might be through the pain of a betrayal. You may have had betrayal in the connection and then a new partner did the same, or a past tense partner. It was someone who was very close to you. You're very afraid of committing due to this factor. And it can be that you're purging that cycle to be ready at an abundant level, but it might be that you're stuck in a situation with due to finances. Okay, what's your twin doing? Okay, they might be really sensitive, playful, flirtatious, and trying to make light of what's going on in their life at the moment. But they do have conflict going on within their life. They're trying to get out of it, but they're trying to keep an upbeat approach to it. They may be dealing with legalities and contracts, or making a decision during the Venus retrograde. And it is coming to a place where they're actually balancing the yin and yang inside them. And they've even worked out what is so much work in relationships. It sort of feels they're meditating upon past tense situations that were hard work in a connection. And maybe where they poorly invest in, where they don't wish to any longer put their investment in at an emotional, physical and spiritual level. Somebody has directly betrayed them, and they're being asked to look at old frequencies. So old frequencies are going to be addressed between now and the 16th of any aspects of betrayals, so that they can unblock their heart chakra and feel very grounded in their base chakra to move forward. The energy between you is the weight. And sometimes you're wondering, both of you, spiritually, within your own paths or directly connected together, are you waiting in vain? With this purge process between the both of you, be it you're directly communicating or in your own 3D life, it is bringing about a rejuvenation, in a sense of a return to innocence, looking at situations from a 360, looking back, looking forward, but really not having the clarity of what forward's going to look like. It may be both of you aren't really wanting a connection, or in previous connections, directly speaking, your partners had been players, so to speak. This might have come through then in your own energy, where, you know, you felt this way towards new partners, especially since on your side, it's coming through that there are affairs of commitment. However, this can be on both sides. It can be, you know, your thought towards your twin, or your twin's thought towards you, because the energies can flip. You have changed, but you haven't. Like the core energy of who you are, you have a very intuitive frequency going on where you want to see change. You, both of you in your own lives and connected, you know, you, how do I put it? You can sniff a rat. Let me put it that way. I feel the two of you may actually have a potential of a soulmate connection. And it's sort of a left or right decision as to, you know, are you happy where you are doing what you're doing? Or are you directly, you know, going to keep working towards the spiritual path? You're always on the spiritual path, be it a choice or not. We always are in a transformative stage. Whatever your twin flame soulmate energy is doing, your counterpart energy is doing, they've lost faith in the path that they were doing previously. So any old purging, they are directly dealing with it and they're transforming through this. Now, what's grounding you at the moment in the 3D and making you address certain areas is romance. So very much with Venus, it makes complete sense, especially in your house. You're trying to find the romance again. You're trying to find a way you can open your heart and receive love. And when this happens, it's usually preparing you for your connection within the twin flame connection or for a connection in general. Okay, what you're meditating upon or your fear-based frequencies. How in the past perhaps people and connections manipulated you. There was never a giving, and it might have been your frequency at a time too. We all go through these transitions where you'd give and you believed equal would be received back, but that was not the way it went. Now you're having an awareness of this, but it's almost like you're in your head about it. And it can be connected to a person you were in love with, soulmate, or your twin. Now, how are you handling your passion sector? You're not telling anyone what your plans are. You're keeping your cards very close to your chest. You're still meditating upon it. Some of it you know, some of it you don't. But you're being cautious as to how you're dealing with things. Because you feel that if you give too much, people don't tend to reciprocate. So you're assessing it and really gauging what to do from here. At an emotional level, you are recouping. You're recouping until you make your next move. So you're not wanting to let on to anyone what decision you've made until you have full clarity into how you feel about the direct situation. You are going to communicate with certain individuals, perhaps even twin, about an old connection. I feel some of you actually have this is really weird. It's interesting that there's the Three of Swords, okay? Because when it comes to recuperation, the three cards are pulled is communication. I feel a frequency here. I feel one connected to a conversation you're having about someone separate. One to do with an old connection and one to do with a partnership. So this can be very separate messages for some of you, or it could be you're in a T-section in the road. You know, there may be a new energy that's come in. You also may be in a committed connection. There can also be the energy of waiting in vain for twin. Now, I will give an update as of the 16th. At the moment, you're going through a meditation stage. I feel you know what you're doing, but you're assessing certain situations and you're gauging it. But by the end of the 16th, try not to make any harsh or rash decisions, okay? Because at the end of it, moving up, we may feel we're on a correct road and then have a 360 and really feel quite regretful as to the path we chose because we weren't seeing certain things clearly. So there can be missing information, miscommunication, mishaps. So it's not the best time to make really major life-changing decisions, even when you're trigger connected to your twin and the twin flame path. You're best to move through the frequency or to come to the live sessions when I get the updates and the live feeds for the Twin Flame Collective, and that can help support you until the 16th, moving through the frequency. So again, if you are new, a big warm welcome, and if you are needing a booking, link below.